All right, San Francisco 49ers at the Washington Commanders. Niners favored by 12.5 at Washington, and Jacoby Brissett making his starting debut for Washington.
Yeah, the Sam Howell thing is done, unfortunately for him. Fortunately for Washington, I think Brissett does give them a better opportunity to win at this point, based off how Howell's been playing. Just a bounce-back game, I think, for San Francisco. Like, their offense is going to remind you that it's stupidly good. You're probably not going to slow it down. Certainly not Washington, who haven't shown the capacity to do much of that this season. I would imagine the 49ers look very much like the 49ers again. And as much as Brissett has been better than Sam Howell, I don't know that he's going to have a ton of joy against what is a very good 49ers defense.
Commanders have the second worst EPA per play allowed in the NFL. You feel that every week. There's busted coverages on the back end. Guys are running wide open. The only team worse is the Cardinals. Just a few weeks ago, we had the Niners putting up like 500 yards on the Cardinals on 35 plays or something ridiculous. I mean, it was like 10 yards per play just a few weeks ago. I know it's in Washington. Weather always could be an issue, out there.
37 and overcast.
Overcast. So a lot of clouds. I think the Niners are going to be okay.
Yeah. The Washington defense, they're one of the few teams that fired the coordinator, presiding over a terrible unit and got no bump. So it's a deep-seated problem, whatever it is there in Washington. I think Del Rio was certainly part of the problem, but evidently he wasn't the source of the problem, or at least the getting rid of he wasn't the only problem. Getting rid of him didn't fix it. So it's a bad defense, and it's probably staying bad until the offseason when they can get new coaching in and go in a different direction.
Any concerns coming from San Francisco Monday night? I mean, they just ran into a Ravens team with a good defense, right?
Yes, and I don't even know how we've said this coming out of the week. I don't even know how much of it was the good defense and how much of it was just freaky plays that all went against them in the space of a few minutes.
Come on, give the Ravens proper credit.
I'm giving they played well and they took advantage of those plays, but we went through them all, the turnovers. I don't think I've ever seen a blitzing corner bat the ball to another blitzing corner on the other side for an interception. I don't think I have ever seen that happen in decades of football. So you can't not put that down to a certain degree of luck, right? Because it's literally never happened before, or at least hasn't happened in decades. So they ran into a very good pass defense. We talked all season long. Baltimore, record-setting, blah, blah, blah. They also had the bounce of the ball never went their way in that game. So either one of those two things doesn't happen, they are immediately much better. Both of them doesn't happen, which this week against Washington, you would imagine that's the case, then they're way better, and they go back to being the 49ers.
12.5. I mean, the way that Washington potentially covers this or, pulls the upset is Brissett does look as good as he did in his relief outings, right? He does completely change the dynamic of this offense. Brissett's he's a good backup. He's not a great starter. I think we've seen that a lot over the last couple of years. He was very good last year with the Browns. Just couldn't finish some games. But I could see Brissett maybe helping to keep the Commanders in this one. I just don't see how they stop San Francisco's offense. So 12.5 is a lot of points. Still like the Niners. Where are you going with this one?
Niners.
Yeah, I'll take them as well. Bouncing back from Monday night against the Ravens.
It's now 13, by the way.
Is it? Well, change it. Now I'll take Washington.
I'm still with the 49ers.
Okay.